Thanks for having me. This is a great conference. It's going really well so far. So I'm going to do a talk called Programmable Money. Money as you know it is about to change forever. And money, as we already know, drives everything. Money is power. It's what makes the world go around. Throughout mankind's short time on this earth, money has had a long, complex, and riddled history. It's played a central role fueling everything in our world, from warfare to welfare. But make no mistake, money has always been ever evolving. From bartering in Babylon to buying with Bitcoin, we're now at the precipice of a paradigm shift that will lead to a new economic era. Programmable money. It's money that can think. No longer will money be a dumb object that simply changes hands. Money now has the ability to decide on its own using pre-programmed logic. Logic built into cryptographic tokens that operate using a decentralized peer-to-peer network. An unstoppable, cross-connected blockchain of smart digital assets. We now have the ability to create programmable digital money that anyone can own. It's the democratization and disintermediation of wealth, creating new economic growth and new economic value for digital citizens of a borderless world. In 2011, I mined my first cryptocurrency. It was a curious new project called Bitcoin, and it was trading at about $1. Today, Bitcoin has far surpassed the value of gold, yielding a return of well over 1,000,000% and is still exponentially increasing in value. There's literally no other asset class in the world that's ever yielded that kind of return in such a short time frame. Cryptocurrency has now become the great economic equalizer, creating over $100 billion of value in the first 5 years, and this was just the beginning. In 2015, a new unknown project came onto the scene called Ethereum, and in under 2 years, unlocked over $30 billion of value, and with it, unleashed powerful new capabilities of the blockchain. Smart contracts that enable programmable money. This is now creating a monumental wave of innovation, investment, and network effects, new projects reminiscent of the early days of the internet. With smart contracts, anything, not just monetary transactions, can be stored on the blockchain and represented as cryptographic tokens. Most existing assets today are currently imprisoned by the record-keeping systems of centralized authorities. But these can all now be liberated, tokenized, and represented on a decentralized peer-to-peer network. So anyone paying attention will agree, programmable money is undoubtedly the future of money. But it's not just the future of money. It's the future of transactions, the future of the internet, the future of freedom and prosperity, and it's the future of warfare. And the war has already begun. It's a war between the centralized powers of the world and a movement that first started with the rebels of cryptography and cypherpunks that's now grown into a revolutionary alliance. The big players have already started making moves on the global chessboard. We've seen China shutting down exchanges, Dubai and Singapore announcing state-issued blockchains, Japan legalizing cryptocurrency, US regulators creating new divisions and issuing subpoenas, and secret meetings between Vladimir Putin and the world's cryptocurrency kings. But because of how blockchains are distributed and decentralized, it makes them nearly unstoppable. So many of us believe that decentralization has already won the war before the war ever got started. Whether they know it or not, the powers of the world are now entering a crypto-economic arms race, where the winners who emerge may have the ability to reshape the direction of a new global monetary system. Members of the Fed, big banks, and large cap corporations have all joined the game, and most, if not all, have active tokenization and blockchain initiatives. The finance industry's hedge fund magnates have even started investing in digital tokens in droves. Google became a global powerhouse by organizing the world's information. And Facebook became a global powerhouse by connecting the world's people. For the first time in history, we have the opportunity to both connect and organize all of the world's assets through tokenization. And tokenizing the world's assets is exactly what we are going to do. The future of value creation has arrived, and the time is now. Technology is moving fast, so we have to move faster. Every single day that blockchain ecosystem grows, it brings us closer and closer to the future. The next version of the internet, an entirely decentralized web, Web 3.0. This is not an internet owned by Google or Facebook or controllable by a centralized agency or corrupt government. This is an internet owned by the people. This is an internet with new protocols and decentralized applications that nobody owns, running entirely on a peer-to-peer network as a public good. New, distributed protocols that enable the decentralization of exchanges of cryptocurrencies. Future protocols that enable an interlink and interchain of cross-connected blockchains. The potential of a frictionless future of hyper-accelerated decentralized computing. So think about the future for a minute, and think about today's emerging technological megatrends that will collide with our distributed and decentralized ultimate eventuality. From quantum computing to artificial intelligence, all the way to space, power, and global travel, it will all converge and intersect directly with blockchain technology. And this new phase of convergence has actually already started. There are limits with what we can build with today's blockchains, conceptually, as well as in terms of scalability and practice. But new emerging protocols, plus new innovations, like existing technologies like state channels, future technologies like sharding, proof of stake, and plasma scalable autonomous smart contracts, are just a few ways the community is working together to already solve these problems. Remember, just 5 years ago, cryptocurrency was an unknown fringe faction of finance. It's now grown into an enterprise alliance of financial powerhouses, large teams of engineers, and innovative companies. Collectively, we have the ability to unlock trillions of dollars in value over the next 5 years. And in the process, redefine the future of money to make a huge positive impact in the world. There are rare moments in time when entire paradigms begin to shift, when history is made and the future changes forever. And it's clear in the future that now is one of those moments, and money will never be the same. Thank you.